Ooh, the Lord just spoke to me and he told me something. You know how some people teach that God doesn't speak today? Well, here's what the Lord told me just now, and he's very angry. He said, they teach that God doesn't speak today, but they can speak. So they're trying to draw disciples after themselves. That's what they're trying to do. In other words, they'll find some young Christian and be like, oh, God doesn't speak today. Let me be your teacher. Let me be your Rabboni or rabbi. And remember, Jesus said that the Pharisees love to be called teacher. And so they're trying to draw disciples after themselves. In other words, they exalt themselves by saying, God doesn't speak today, but I do. And now let me be your teacher. Oh yeah, and God was angry the way he said it too. He was like, oh man, y'all are dumb. Listen, anyone who teaches that God doesn't speak today, that is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit as well. Because have you ever talked to someone who believes that and you're telling them, no, the Lord spoke to me by the Holy Spirit and said, like for example, the Lord once spoke to me and said, the sky rolled up like a scroll is a mushroom cloud from thermonuclear war. That's what he said to me. Then if you were to meet one of these people and tell them that, they'd say, oh, the Lord doesn't speak today. Well, no, he does speak today. He said this to me. Well, it wasn't God then. So now they're telling you that what was God isn't God. And then all of a sudden, if you're weak, you walk away going, maybe I'm not hearing from God. I don't know. I mean, nobody's that weak, hopefully, but that's the devil's purpose, is to draw you away from God. I'm just telling you, it's the end of the age. And all these people who believe that God doesn't speak today, they also believe in a pre-tribulation rapture. And the teaching, a lot of the false teaching in the church today comes from these people who think they're teachers, and they get in the church and they start teaching, but they also don't hear from God. And what Jesus said in John chapter 8, verse 47, something like, the reason you don't hear from God is you don't belong to God. They don't belong to God. They're the weeds among the wheat. These are the people who are actual seed of the devil that have gotten into God's field, and they're growing up among God's people, and they're only there to choke out God's people. That's their only purpose. What? It's true. I know the Holy Spirit is blessing me right now. Oh, hallelujah.